Hello everyone, Gravel here, with the 4th episode of Bow Theory, where I teach you melee noobs how to adapt. If you haven't seen the first 3 episodes, then I'm afraid you'll have to watch them before this video, as we will be building upon what we learned in these episodes. A link to the whole series can be found in the description below. For those of you who have watched the previous episodes, you should remember that this is the order I'll be covering each element in. So once I grab a bow and some arrows, we can get into time. Your time is how long you have to shoot your target before they complete their objective. For example, if Steve's head is my target and his objective is to take cover from my arrows, if he can do so in 4 seconds, then my time is 4 seconds. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Other examples of objectives include capturing a point, grabbing a gem or a restock, picking up or capturing a flag, killing one of your teammates, or killing you, etc. Now, why do we measure time like this? First of all, it's before they complete their objective, as this is the minimum amount of time you have before they start gaining resources for their team, / denying your team resources, aka you start losing the game. Secondly, it's in seconds, because last episode we calculated a handy little value called damage, which was how much health you take away from your target per second. This means you can divide your target's health by your time to work out the minimum amount of damage you need to do to kill them, or you can divide their health by your damage to work out the minimum amount of time you need to kill them. Okay, that's the last of the maths, so let's move on to the factors which affect your time. To help me out, Ace will once again be joining us, and you'll be pleased to know the reflesherization process was a complete success. Unfortunately, I really ticked him off last time, because he couldn't kill me with his bow, so now he refuses to use a bow, but I can cope with that. Now, you might notice something a little off about this image, which is of course that I'm in survival mode. This is purely for Ace's benefit, so you shouldn't be concerned with it yet. Moving on to my Miniature Champions map, where I shall assume the role of the red team, and Ace will assume the role of the blue team. Here, Ace's objective will be to get to my capture point. The closer Ace is to the capture point, the quicker he'll get to it, meaning that time increases with distance, unlike every other element. A short amount of time, longer amount of time. Dealing knockback to your target will increase the distance they have to travel, so you can increase your time by shooting your target. You will increase your time more if you land more arrows. Therefore, your time also depends on your accuracy and prediction. In Champions, your knockback depends on how much you ding for, so by increasing your dings, you can also increase your time. Skills can affect your knockback too, with skills such as Explosive Arrow increasing it, and Colossus decreasing it, so they can affect the amount of time you have. Another way to increase the distance your target has to travel, and therefore your time, is by blocking their route with skills, such as Napalm Shot, or with items, such as Cobwebs. As you can see, Ace has to take a much longer route now. By taking advantage of the environment, you can increase your time massively, especially if you end up knocking your target off a cliff or into water/lava. Of course, skills which give your target slowness, such as pin down, or cancel their sprint, will increase your time. Meanwhile, skills which give your target speed, such as stampede, will decrease your time. If your target has mobility skills, they can decrease your time dramatically, so it's important you try to counter them whenever you can. For example, if Ace was to use leap, then I could shoot him mid-air with barbed arrows to not only undo his leap, but to prevent him from using it again anytime soon. Easy. Silly Ace. If you are the objective, then you can increase your time by moving away from your target, perhaps with a skill like disengage, by reducing how much health they are taking away from you, with agility for example, or by healing from soups or a skill like healing shot. However, your target may use a skill which increases how much health they are taking away from you, pulls you closer towards them, or does less knockback, so it's harder to get away from them, to decrease your time in this situation. Be careful where you get your time from though, as it might not be worth it after all. Here are two different routes to the capture point. If I put Ace on the left route and assume my accuracy, prediction and damage are all good enough, he would be killed before he gets to the capture point. However, if I put Ace on the right route with the same assumptions, I am unable to kill him, despite this route being as long as the other one. This is because your time is how long you have to shoot your target. Therefore, if you cannot shoot your target, you don't have any time. You'll notice, however, that Ace still takes a while to get to his objective, which means I have another form of time, known as excess time. Excess time is time you have but cannot use to shoot your target. Therefore, not only does it occur when your shot is blocked, but also when you're not charging your bow, as you cannot use an uncharged bow. Remember last episode when I said the flight time of your first arrow doesn't matter because you haven't started dealing damage yet? Well, that flight time of the first arrow is actually excess time too. But don't worry, excess time can be converted into time. If you can't shoot your target, reposition yourself so that you can, to gain time. Make sure your bow is in a state of being charged as much as you can to gain time. So if you're on a capture point, don't just stand around willy-nilly when you could be charging your bow. Don't fire first arrows at many targets when you could fire one first arrow at a target and keep shooting it to gain time. And that's about it for time. So to summarize, your time is how long you have to shoot your target before they complete their objective. Your time increases when the distance between them increases, when you're dealing knockback based on your accuracy and prediction, and that increases based on your dings or skills. When you block their route, when you take more advantage of the environment, when your target is slowed, and when you counter your target's mobility skills. If you're the objective, your time increases when you move away from them, perhaps with a mobility skill. When you decrease your health loss, when you increase your regeneration, and when you are taking knockback. Your time decreases when the distance between them decreases, when they take a reduced knockback, when they have speed, and when they get to use mobility skills. If you're the target, your time decreases when they increase your health loss, if they pull you back with a crowd control skill, and if you take less knockback. Excess time is time you have but cannot use to shoot your target with. It's bad, so you don't want it. You will get more excess time if your shots are obstructed, if you aren't charging your bow when you should be, and when you keep changing target. However, you can convert excess time into time with better positioning by charging your bow as often as you can, and by not switching target until you need to. Thank you very much for watching the video. The last episode received a fairly below average response compared to all of my other videos. I imagine that was because it was much longer than I said it would be, and it was quite mathsy. So I tried to compact it by doing as much as I can in one area and keeping the maths to a minimum this time. Hopefully you guys enjoy it more than last time, and bye!